I'd like to thank also Elsa for being so generous to share the information that she has with the students, with our students, and I'd like to also to thank the students who have attended. I'm sorry, it seems that also my camera isn't working now. I don't know what. I don't know what. Not sure why. Although I should be an owner and usually. Anyway, I'll try to restart my laptop and I'll see if this is an internal problem or not. And then maybe we'll be able to put on the camera when in the discussions period.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can keep hands on for later. Let me also say good afternoon to our many students and colleagues at the Center for Language Sciences and Communication at the Lebanese University. My name is Abir Nasruddin. I'm the head of the English department. I'm pleased to welcome you to today's webinar, Get to Know the Digital Learning Associates, which is the first in a series of webinars this spring in our Digital English Lab. Towards the end of the session, please feel free to share your questions in the comment box under today's post, or just activate your audio and ask your question in English or in Arabic. Well, I'd like to welcome today's presenter, Mrs. Elsa-Maria Karam. Elsa is a communications coordinator at Digital Learning Associates. She deals with client deliveries and communications with producers and suppliers. Please, Elsa, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Abir. It's a pleasure to be here and to introduce DLA to the students. So yes, my name is Elsa and I work with DLA as a communications coordinator. And I'm going to be introducing DLA, its main product, which is Ready to Run. And I'm going to also walk you through two of the projects that I participated in. So after that, I'm going to be happy to take your questions and share a small discussion at the end. Okay, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So as I said, Ready to Run is the main product that DLA has produced, and Ready to Run is an award-winning library of over 200 units of authentic videos. Basically, we use these authentic videos and video learning resources to create world-class digital products. I'm going to start by showing you snippets of these videos through a small promo, like a short promo, sorry, and then we can kickstart this presentation. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this short promo video shows some highlights of all the videos that took part of our DLA journey. The main features of our Ready to Run is that we use authentic video stories and natural English from all around the world. We also use graded videos by experts and educational consultants, all available from A1 level to B2 level and so on and so forth. We also use high resolution stills cleared for book and digital use during the sessions and learning resources. Every title, every video comes with rights clear teacher and learner resources for free use during each session. So what is that really? Let me get onto it. Ready to Run has three main types of video in the Ready to Run library. The first one is authentic documentaries, authentic vloggers, and the conversation packages. So basically what we do is that we gather authentic stories from around the world and turn them into a 3-minute language learning video accompanied by learning resources. The first one, documentaries. So the documentaries are the core of our collection. These videos showcase content from the world's leading broadcasters, as well as talented independent photographers. So for example, I can commission a photographer or like a filmmaker in Kenya or in Lebanon or in Argentina to get these authentic videos, and then we can kind of transform them to be more, language leveled. They feature compelling stories, strong characters, and locations from all around the world. And the flexibility that DLA has is that it grades all these videos to different, needs and suitability, from A1 to B2, as I said. So we're going to watch now one video that I chose for this session. It's called Fubu Nation. It's a dance, contemporary dance organization. And you're going to see how we kind of shifted the story to be more at a language learning level. So basically, this video is really about relationships, the friendship between Reese and Wada. That's the topic it's tackling. The topic vocabulary is about success, creating success in a small business, having to deal with this relationship, with this friendship, let's say, between two people. So it's a B2 video. Yes, it's a B2 leveled video. And the learner would be coupled with the language resource, and I'll share it later on. But this is the kind of the complementary English language video that any student can, use. So after watching this video, this Fubu Nation video, I want to tackle the second type of video that we also share. The first ones are award-winning documentaries. So the second ones are innovative vlogger videos. These are my personal favorites because they're made by real-life YouTubers. They kind of send all their footages to us, and then we kind of create as well a language learning video behind them. They are the perfect choice for engaging so many learners, especially younger learners, because they get to see how people are living and talking directly to the camera. The English is so natural, it can be from any side of the world, and they're targeted at so many audiences. So I'm going to share a video that I like as well. Here we can see Ben, who is a vlogger, and he talks about his life in a very natural way. That's what I wanted you to see through this video. He teaches us about the lessons of his life, so we can just watch a bit throughout this video. So that's the second way, really, of showcasing our content. The third way is to go a little bit further, and this conversation builder package contains two main videos. One, which is the documentary or the vlog, and the second part, which is a dialogue between two people discussing what they saw. The learner gets to have more confidence and learns how to kind of create a conversation based on something that they saw, and they can comment around it. So because we've seen Fubu Nation in the beginning, I'm going to show you the conversation builder behind that. So here we can see two people just sitting in a, in a cozy environment, and then they start talking about the video and their learning kind of takeaways. Okay, now let me talk a bit about the catalog before going through the learning resources. So our Ready to Run catalog comprises of so many videos at so many levels, but basically we have a lot on A1, A2, B1, B1+, B2, and we're kind of building now our B2+ collection. So as you can see, we have more than 200 videos to be like a complementary learning goal to any student learning English around the world. So there are the videos, right? But these don't stand alone. We kind of add the learning resources to them, which comprise of a student pack, a teacher pack, and a video transcript. And these are very, very crucial to learn and to kind of internalize the lesson through the videos. Let me show you now. Related to Fubu Nation, this is a student pack handed out to a student. This is a teacher guide, really to guide the teacher on different activities before watching the video and after watching the video. And the third part, which is the transcript, it has an important part, which is the topic vocabulary learned, and idioms, and what is it about, and the transcript itself. So let's go through one student pack very quickly, and then I'll go through the teacher pack as well for you to see the difference. The student pack has a before watching section whereby the student is introduced to the theme, what are we going to tackle, and complete the activity. Then we watch the video and discuss what is it about. So we talked about friendship, we talked about RIS, WADA, the success of creating a small company, and then we can answer direct questions after the video, after watching the video. And then we can see like if the student has really understood or not. After that, after completing the second part, there's like, an after watching session, improve their writing skills, and so on and so forth. Now, for the teacher, there is also this guided, way of teaching, right? So the teacher has to follow the interaction patterns that we've put, the time allocated to each session, what are they going to focus, and so on and so forth. So let me just scroll down and let you see it clearly. And last but not least, the transcript itself, where it can be handed out to students later on after watching the video and completing the activities. Perhaps there's a transcription task, so students may not, see the transcript before that, so they can see it later on. These are the 3 learning resources handed with the video itself to kind of complement this whole holistic learning process. So I've talked about the catalog, what is ready to run, the videos. Now I'm going to move on to another section, which are the 2 projects that I contributed in. The first one, which are the interactive exercises, and we've launched this product recently, and it includes, the learning, the interactive learning modules, and basically it's an interactive and fun way, an engaging way to really test the learners' thinking and so on and so forth. For this session, I'd like us to view also the interactive exercise allocated to Fibonacci. And this is a good way for us to test whether you've really understood the video if we had watched it all the way. So it would look like something like this. Great, okay, so let's start. So before watching, we have this exercise. Think about one of your closest friends, why you're friends. So for me, I think we have similar interests. I enjoy being with them, and we have practical reasons to spend time together. So I get this small banner, stop and think, what is it really about? What do you think it takes to stay friends with someone for a long time? So I start by thinking, oh, so the topic is about friendship. What do I need to do to stay friends with someone? So I can, start contemplating this question. Here, we continue and we get the video to watch it. The learner has 3 to 4 minutes to complete the video, and then getting to know more topic vocabulary around that. So are RIS and WADA the same age? Does being friends making working together very easy or not? Let's see. WADA and RIS are the same age. I say it's false. That's right, keep up the good work. Otherwise, if I answered not the correct way, it could tell me like, okay, please watch again, and then keep up and continue until I get at the very end a score with my results. That being said, this is the interactive exercise that I wanted to share with you. Lastly, another project that I want to talk about before getting to your questions. Another project that I participated in is the Ethiopia Teacher Training Project using mobile technology in a refugee camp in Ethiopia. As you can see on the map presented here on the screen, we worked in Cherkol refugee camp, which is really western side of Ethiopia, very remotely located, no access to learning resources. Ethiopia hosts more than 1 million refugees from South Sudan and from neighboring countries. So we've teamed up with UNHCR and the British Council to kind of produce these training tools, to teach teachers what to focus on, how to conduct a teacher session. So it's really a training intended to teachers, not to the students. And I'm going to show you what I mean. This is kind of a presentation about this project that I want, to talk about. So we've developed this teacher training by mobile. What happened is that the teacher, the South Sudanese teacher in that video, gets this training via SD card on his mobile and learns the teaching techniques, learns different things to help him or her improve their instructional methods, to also, have themselves be close to students, learn classroom interactions, and so on and so forth. As you can see in displacement settings in Ethiopia, there's no access to advanced learning methodologies. So I think through this project, we've really helped a lot of unqualified teachers know more about ways of teaching. So, for example, we've produced 8 lessons, and I'm going to show you a bit of one lesson, which is using songs in a classroom. And for example, this one has helped them a lot interact with the students in a fun and engaging way. Let me show you what I'm talking about once this video is done. Great. This lesson is, over 12 minutes, but I'm just going to show you around 1 minute so that you can see what's the context behind it. So this host called Zani, she's the one talking to the teacher, okay? And she's explaining to him about the ways to use songs in a classroom. She's gonna walk him through it and, or her, and tell her or him what are the ways, how to go around it. This is the teacher. And this is the classroom. We can see it's not very equipped, and the teachers don't really know how to handle a large number of students. So there are so many ways that we've discovered that students can be, engaged in the classroom, especially that it's a refugee camp, and we should bear in mind that there are no advanced learning resources. We have to kind of adapt to their setting. Great. So these 2 projects are so different, the interactive exercise, the teacher training by mobile, but still DLA is at the intersection of so many things, right? Like instructional design, humanitarian aid, and so many other things, production. So that's why it's an amazing place to build experience in instructional design and also learn about education in remote settings, and how do we kind of develop that ability of being teachers and ELT specialists within DLA and within film and video making. So at the end of this presentation, I really want to thank you for listening to me, and just to kind of end it by saying that at DLA, we really follow and make sure that we follow the Cambridge language learning principles and criteria. So DLA has a rich input. It really has this amazing and positive engagement with the students, a scaffolded learning, meaningful and authentic interaction, as we saw from around the world, active learning outputs, and promotes a growth mindset to the student, be able to have autonomous learning. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. Happy to hear your questions and go through the presentation together and see what are your impressions on DLA.
All right, thank you, Elsa, very much. We're going to keep it very smooth. I can see that Hiba is raising her hand, so go ahead, Hiba.
Okay. If you can just introduce yourself, and sorry, I can't see you.
Hi, my name is Hiba. Thank you so much for sharing such projects. It's always nice to hear new projects concerning the English language.
Absolutely.
But I do have a couple of questions, not just one question, if you're ready to hear them.
Sure.
After listening to what you presented, I noticed that most of your curriculum, if I may say, focuses on the speaking skills of the student. So how can someone using this program balance other skills, not just focus on their speaking skills? How can they balance all the other skills while using this program? Do you want me to list?
Yeah, you can go through the questions and I can just respond at the end.
Okay. How helpful would this program be for students who are, I don't want to say totally illiterate in English, but they have the basic, for example, they have the alphabet, but they don't have the basics in English. How useful this program could be for these kind of students? As well, if I may ask, what effect does this program have on the person itself? As teachers, we always target further than just giving a lesson. How can this program affect the students,
All right, Hiba, thank you. Quite clear.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. That's it? Okay, 2 questions? Okay, perfect. So to answer the first one, we've focused on speaking skills, grammar skills, interactive skills, critical thinking skills. So many things have been laid out. I'm not sure if I got the chance to let you see all of this, but we do focus on a lot of skills if that's what you want, Hiba. And we try to balance everything with the ELT consultants for the students to get this holistic learning experience. I'm sure the visual experience is is primordial because the videos are visual, they attract the students, and that's a way for them to learn. What I want to kind of, glimpse into the second part of your question, if the student doesn't have a background in English, DLA is not considered a foundation for them to learn English, I would say, because it's more of a complementary method and a more interactive way and fun way for them to engage with English language. Because definitely they would need to kind of have the foundations of, grammar, pronouns, and some things that we do not tackle profoundly, right? So we kind of work around the creativity, the critical thinking, the grammar, but the student has to kind of also learn by him or herself within an English kind of language setting classroom.
Very good. Thank you. Also, do you have any other additional questions, students and colleagues? All right, I'd like to ask you, you've mentioned something at the very beginning on commissioning photographers or vloggers to produce certain videos. Can you tell us more about this? Maybe some students would be interested. And are you targeting mostly developing countries? Like by non-native English speakers? How does it work? How do you employ, let's say?
Yeah, absolutely, Amir. That's a great question. So we do commission vloggers and filmmakers mostly, not really photographers, I'd say. Filmmakers to shoot authentic content around the world, and vloggers to also speak in their natural English accents, because we don't want it to be fake. We don't want it to be perfect, but we are giving out how English is really seen around the world. So the possibility of a vlogger or a filmmaker to be commissioned by DLA is totally there. We just have to go through some agreements and topics together, very suitable for education. So we kind of send a brief with our expectations. What is the topic about that we're interested in? If we want to kind of commission a specific filmmaker, if we're interested in this person and the ideas that she or he has, or if it's a global call, we kind of, you know, contact the university. Usually it's in a university in London or somewhere around the world. We haven't started really in Lebanon, but we've slowly going to, you know, communicate with universities and filmmakers and vloggers. But we kind of spot the talents that we're interested in, because we see them on YouTube, we see their content online on Instagram, and we kind of say, oh, that's an interesting person to work with. He or she has great ideas for education and they're suitable.
Okay, let's see if we have other questions.
Please do.
Just one, I'm sorry. Are these resources free to use?
These are free to use, and they're complemented, you know, with the videos once someone kind of purchases the DLA package, like the video package that we offer them, because we can't provide all the resources, individual resources. We provide them in a package.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Sure.
Regarding the vloggers, many vloggers just can.
We're speaking. Sorry, I can't.
Farah Nasrallah.
Farah. Okay.
All right.
Hi, Farah.
Regarding the vloggers, where most vloggers just visualize normal life in a country and just give a method, or let's say message, throughout their videos.
Mm-hmm.
Right here in teaching English. What kind, since we didn't have the audio, what kind of content do they deliver? Do they deliver real life experiences?
Mm-hmm.
Right. First thing. Second thing, because whenever a language tackles our real life experiences, it enhances using this language. Most English learners, they learn grammar and vocabs, but they can't express themselves easily. Okay, the second thing. Third thing, what do we build on? Since learning is about building the semantic relation between words and things and the concepts, what are we building right here? Thank you.
Okay, there are so many things. I mean, the second and the third part of the question would be more addressed to my ELT colleagues, not really myself, because as a communication coordinator, I don't focus really on the educational or the ELT aspect of it. So I'm happy to put you in touch or respond to that part of the question later on. But about the vloggers, yes, they do depict the real life as they see it, but the topics that we discuss with them are also like non-parsnip topics, and, you know, related to food, to travel, to you know, educational topics really, and so on and so forth. There are so many subjects that one vlogger can talk about. I can also provide you with a list of topics that we've tackled. For example, like a vlogger in Kenya talking about her lifestyle there, and, you know, like there's so many things. DLA has a lot of videos and vlogs talking about a lot of aspects of life. So as I said, like around sports, for example, we have a vlog called Spencer Vlog, how to be a standout football player, talking about his skills that he learned throughout his football journey. You know, normal real life topics, right? So that's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Great. Jana, please. Jana Nahle.
Yes, Doctor. My question is that is it possible for undergraduate students, for example, to volunteer in such projects concerning the DLA? Could it happen sometimes, or only graduate students?
So you mean like the possibility of having a volunteer opportunity or an internship, more or less? That's what you're saying?
Yes, students who have no experience at all concerning these projects. Is it possible for them to start with the DLA as volunteers?
We don't have like a volunteership kind of tool, but we kind of outsource some students, some master students as well, but it's more to do with process management tasks, not really related to ELT consultancies, because we rely on a network of educational consultants that provide all the tools for us. So the possibility of outsourcing candidates is there, but is limited for now, because the pool of applicants has been saturated in this field from the UK, I'd say. The possibility that we can outsource filmmakers, outsource profiles like yours, I would say it's not there right now, but possibly for process management tasks or such kind of things could be available.
Great. Thank you. Straightforward, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be straightforward.
More questions, do not hesitate. Elsa, you've been very generous. Maybe I'd like to hear a question also about the educational content itself. You've mentioned Cambridge, and I guess you meant the European framework of referencing, because you've said the B1, B2 level. And you've mentioned ELT consultants. So those consultants work separately, or is there any kind of also consultancy with Cambridge here for the referencing? How do you decide on the level? Is it internal? Is it DLA, or is it in cooperation with Cambridge?
How do we start? Do we decide on the level of videos, or what do you mean specifically? Because the
quality, video quality, the content, and also the level, the language level.
Great. Okay. So I can give you an experience that I went through when I outsourced a filmmaker in Kenya. So basically, this Kenyan filmmaker provided raw footage about a life of a mama mboga. A mama mboga is a supermarket lady which has connections with passersby and develops this connection and sells food. So the topic was really about food and colors, and it's an A1 level. So it was really, really there. Like we felt like it was for younger learners. It was about colors, it was about foods, and we've decided together it was for an A1 level. So internally at DLA, within, of course, the consultation of our educational consultant, we've told the filmmakers to focus on the food, to get wide shots around food, to be able to focus on supermarkets. So it's really an internal process first, and then we get to communicate it to the outside world. And also we see the needs, like the market needs. If we have, we've been commissioned by, let's say, Cambridge or OUP, Oxford University Press, to build, let's say, a video around B2 level. So we kind of also follow what our clients want. It's a both way situation, and yeah, that's it mainly.
All right, that's great. More questions, dear students? Well, I'd love to really thank you.
Thank you so much, Abir. It's a pleasure.
Right. I guess it was quite messy at the beginning with the audio thing, and that complicated life for you. I assume that. So it happened. And this is also, for us, it is also something to manage for coming visitors. So we are sorry for this. In the case it was from our side. We wish you a good end of day and a good journey with DLA and others. We thank you again for being with us, and it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abir. Yes, and I'll send you all the resources that I've used throughout this presentation, for sure.
That would be great. Many thanks to our dear students and colleagues here. Always a pleasure, and meet you next Friday, hopefully, for 2 interesting sessions too. All right, practical ones. So until next Friday, and goodbye all.